Is this a fluke or are we in a new era? Yesterday was the prime example, and it kind of raised this question for me, and I want to know what's you guys' opinion on this. Paolo Banchero came back from injury, and in like 27 minutes, he put up 33 points. Then we had ShaiGilgeous-Alexander, who's been dominating the league this year and might win MVP this season. We have a lot of young guys that are winning. We have a lot of young teams that are winning, and a lot of the older teams, or the teams that we are used to being in the top 5 seeds in the conferences, and the teams that we are used to going to the playoffs and probably competing for a championship, they're kind of doing bad. They're kind of around that 5 seed, if not worse, this season. And I kind of feel like we're in a new era. But I want to know you guys' opinion down below. So like, comment, subscribe, and share. And let me know what's your opinion down below. Yesterday, Magic face off with the Bucks, and it was a Giannis versus Paolo Banchero. Both of these guys performed yesterday. They did great. They did amazing. Giannis, 41 points, came out super dominant. He performed. He played really, really well. I mean, there was no answer for him. He went at people. He went to the basket every single time. And the Magic kind of, at a certain point, was trying to play him one-on-one in the paint. It didn't work because obviously it's Giannis. Like, come on, bro. Like, be serious. That was not going to work. But Giannis was there. He performed 41. And then Damian Lillard put up his points. Chris Middleton looks a lot better than a couple of games ago. The rest of the Bucks team did what they had to do. They did their part. But then we get to the Magic. And honestly, the Magic did so good this game. They've been doing good all season. But this game made me realize how important Paolo Banchero is to this team. Now, he's been out for so long. And the Magic have been playing great. But the fact that they got him back made me realize how much easier everything's about to be for them. To start off, he comes in, he's playing great, he hits threes, he gets to the basket. It almost looks like he was never gone for the amount of time that he was gone for. And for me personally, I thought he was going to come in here kind of like rusty. I thought he was going to come in here and, you know, miss some easy ones. I thought he was going to come and have a decent game for a first time back. I thought he was going to come maybe have like 15 points, 20 points maximum. I thought he was going to be on a minutes restriction. No, not at all. He came in, played over 25 minutes. He had 33 points, made clutch buckets. To be honest with you, it looked like there was no answer for him. And if he had more time, he would have put up 40-something points, and we would have had like a 40-point duel from both of these two guys, Giannis and Banchero. And I feel like the Magic could have won it if he was able to play just a little bit longer. I like the fact that they are managing his time. I like the fact that they are managing his play time, what he's doing, how much minutes he's playing, because at the end of the day, as the Magic, you don't need to rush to bring him back. You need to make sure that he comes back healthy and that you use him in the best way possible, especially moving forward in the season, because you're doing great without him, right? And you need to find a way to integrate him back into the lineup without hurting the rest of the guys on the team. And then we get to the fourth quarter, and this game was so amazing. Like, from beginning to end, it was close. But then, like I said, fourth quarter, last couple of possessions. Well, actually, before that, there was a time where they didn't need a 3, but they were about to take a 3. And I remember thinking to myself, if they don't hit this 3, the Bucks are going to win. And this was like around the 9-minute mark. Why? Because I felt like that 3 was a momentum shot. Not even just a 3, but because they took a 3, I'm saying a 3. If they would have went to the basket, whatever it was, that bucket right there in that point in time would have been a momentum changer right there, especially for the Magic, a young team, because you make that bucket, you go down, if you can get a stop, make another bucket, now you're hot. And I felt like when they missed that shot, it allowed the Bucks to basically use their veteran experience to outplay the Magic down the stretch, which is what ended up happening. The Bucks ended up using their veteran experience. Damian Lillard hit some clutch free throws. Brook Lopez hit some clutch free throws. There were times where, honestly, no matter what the Magic did down the stretch, like I know Banchero made some clutch shots, I just thought to myself, okay, great, amazing, you have a chance. But the Bucks are just too experienced to let this game slide from them. Then the last 5.7 seconds, Banchero misses a free throw on purpose, and then Lopez gets the rebound. They were fighting for the rebound, slapped away. The shot clock malfunctioned, and that hurt the Magic so bad. I mean, it only gave them 0.4 seconds left when they fixed the shot clock, but it was just not enough time, and then Banchero missed a shot and the game was over. But the fact that they only lost us by 1 or 2 points is great to me. I mean, Giannis put up 41 and you only lost by like 2 points. That's amazing. I love the Magic. I love how they look this year, and I hope for the best for them, and I genuinely hope that they actually go far. And back to the main point of the video, a lot of young guys and a lot of young teams are ruling the NBA right now. Because think about this, next game, Thunder go up against the Knicks, right? Last time these two teams matched up, we thought it was going to be amazing, and guess what? It lived up to the hype. Everybody was like, this should be a finals matchup. This, if they were in the same conference, this would have been an amazing playoff matchup. Da, da, da. Well, yesterday was not the same. The Thunder came in and they just destroyed the Knicks. I mean, the first quarter, I'm sitting here watching the game and I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be great. I'm thinking that defenses are turning up. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of defense, maybe way less offense than the first time, but the defense is going to be so crazy because both teams started off really bad. The Knicks came out and they went like 0 for 6 to start off the game. The Thunder came out 1 for 7. I mean, it was terrible. And one of them went like 1 for 10 to start off the game, and then ended the quarter 9 for 11. It was a mess this first quarter. It was terrible. Like, watching this game, I thought eventually the Knicks were going to get it going. Eventually the Knicks were going to fight back. Eventually the Knicks were going to have heart. But the Thunder's defense was so overwhelming, was so in the Knicks' jerseys. They were there the whole time. And then there was also some buckets that the Knicks just missed on their own. But the Thunder defense was immaculate. This is a way that you get back. This is how you get back after a crazy loss in Cleveland. This is what you do. This is how you get back on the path that you was on, and you make sure that losing does not become a pattern. You make sure you don't lose 2 in a row. But for the Knicks, terrible. They look like they had no heart. They look like their defense is an issue. And I don't know how your defense is an issue. You have OG Anunoby. You have Mikal Bridges. You have Josh Hart. How is your defense an issue? At that point, it's just the rest of the guys not playing their part. You're not playing system defense. You're now just depending on those 3 to play man-to-man, and you're forgetting about the whole system defense, and you're kind of hurting yourself. You're playing bad against teams like the Thunder that are top 10, if not top 5 in defense on offense, and you're sitting here, you know, just offense only. You're hurting yourself because on nights like yesterday where the shot is not falling, you can't even rely on your defense. When the Thunder's shots weren't falling, they relied on their defense, and it worked. You couldn't do that. That's a problem. That is an issue. This game was embarrassing. I thought this game was going to be good. I thought this game was going to be great. But, again, young guys. Shai, I spoke about him so many times. On the ladder, it looks like he's past Jokic for MVP this year. He's leading the league in MVP votes, in the MVP race. I am saying this might be the beginning of a new era. The players like Giannis, the LeBrons, the Steph Currys, all those teams are not doing as good. The players like on the Sixers, those teams are not doing as good neither. The only team that's doing good, that's like, you know, in the upper seeds, might be the Celtics and the Cavs. They're a little bit older, but they're still young as well. And speaking about the Celtics, what the fuck happened yesterday? You going up against the Sacramento Kings without De'Aaron Fox, and you come here and just wet the bed. You play terrible. First quarter, cool, you're close. Second quarter, you end the half up by 2 points. Third quarter, you tie the game. Everything's tied up. Whether the Kings tied it, you tied it. It was a tie game in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, you just open up terribly. The Kings go like a 24-9 run. It was like 106 to 85 or 100 to 85 points. This was terrible. How did you even manage to do this? And you got beat in the paint. So I know you was hitting your threes type shit. How did you lose? Where was your defense? And I sat there and I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened? I had to rewatch this game because I'm too busy watching Banchero and Shai, and I had to rewatch this game over again. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe Holiday didn't play. Maybe Derek White didn't play. No, they all played. Everybody played. Porzingis, Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown had like 28 points. Tatum had a bad game with 15 points, won like 2 for 13 or some shit like that. Terrible. This is embarrassing. Celtics need to get back to how they used to be. Figure this shit out. They're probably waiting for the playoffs and just riding through the regular season. But this is ass. Lastly, I'm going to speak about the Pelicans suspend Zion for one game, which was yesterday's game against the Sixers. Pelicans ended up winning. So what? I guess doesn't matter at the end of the day. But is it possible that the Pelicans are kind of picking on Zion at this point? It's like, okay, I understand. He missed the flight, okay? That might be a repeated pattern of tardiness, of just Zion not being responsible. Cool. I understand. Maybe that's how they look at it. But don't you think it gets to a point where it's like, you might be just picking on Zion? Why is Zion not on the court as much as he needs to be? Why can't this kid just play? Why can't this kid just be on the court? Why can't he play? Why can't he just develop and grow? I feel like there's a problem that he has, and then there's also a problem that the Pelicans have that's stopping him from being who he needs to be. I think this is a two-way street of issues. And somebody needs to get to the bottom of it because it looks bad. It looks terrible. I can't say that Zion is the problem, but I also can't say that the Pelicans are the problem. I think somewhere down in the background, behind the scenes that we don't know, both sides feel like the other one is doing something wrong by them. But Zion needs to play. But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E. Safety.